I think we are live anyway. Okay, so I've yet to start a live broadcast laughing like we are. We've had the best time talking before this. So anyway, we're live. Hi, everyone. It's Tracy. And yes, I'm your certified integrative nutrition health coach. And what that means is that when you work with me, we look at all aspects of your life, not just food and not just exercise, but, we have health, joy, spirituality, relationships, finances, creativity, social life, career, and education. And because of that, to have a vibrant life, it involves all of those things. And that is why I wanted to bring Anita Green here to meet everybody. Now, Anita is very interesting and fun woman. I've met her, a couple of months ago, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Yes. And we just clicked. And so Anita has been, her mainstay is helping men look and achieve their best for decades. She's been one of the most sought after personal stylists for men in the country, whether it's for young men straight out of school with a tight budget or seasoned men of great influence. Anita empowers men to uncover the qualities and skill sets that lead to success. She's the first woman in the U.S. to own a men's clothing store. That to me is incredible. She later expanded her capacity to help men be successful by becoming certified as a professional life coach. And her mission today is to optimize her clients' look, their self-confidence, their mindset, their body language awareness, and their business etiquette skills to create that elusive X factor and a level of success that few men ever achieve. And so I just love your story. I love, hearing about you being the first woman to ever own a men's clothing store in the U.S. And I know that your business is definitely global. And so everyone, welcome, Anita. Anita, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tracy. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So fill us in a bit, on what you do and what got you there and all that good stuff.
Thank you. Well, it's really kind of interesting because I didn't know what I was doing when I did it. I did a lot of things unintentionally. I was a rep for menswear for 3.5 years and travel menswear on the road. I was the first female to do that. And men did not want me doing it. They were not happy that I was a woman. A woman had no place doing that. Like, how could I know about fit and what things feel like? And they were correct, but I had really good taste and was better than the men at putting things together. So I did that, paid my dues, and then had the opportunity to open my own store. Oh my goodness, the people in Dallas, the men who own the stores in Dallas, except for one, were all not very nice to me.
Oh gosh.
For the first couple of years, it took me a while to earn my place. Mm-hmm. And I get that. It was a boys' club. I get it. And I am not even a women's libber, so it wasn't ever about that. It was just about the opportunity and the fact that I found that I was really good at putting colors and shapes and things, because things that men didn't look at for their men. I'm like, the right collar shape for their face, the right coloring for the client, not just put a suit of clothes on them, to really be laser focused on personalizing things for the client. So that's what I've been known for all of these years. And in fact, we have sort of a joke that I'm the lady that makes men 2 inches taller. That's by helping them with their self-confidence. And you think, does it start from the outside in or inside out? It should start from the inside out. But in the real world, if you meet someone and your look is not something that is appealing to them, you may never have a chance to open your mouth and show them how smart you are or how talented you are. So it's important to have both. So in some ways, you really have to have the look right. And the look is not just clothes, it's the fit of the clothes. And like I said, the colors, the silhouette, the shape that's in proportion to your body. So it's the right fit for your body type, but also your body language. I'm not an expert in body language. So I brought in Janine Driver, who is CEO of Body Language Institute in the United States. She's a big deal, and she gets paid $25,000 when she speaks and does a keynote. She's a big deal. And she did an hour and a half just for me, for my course, which was amazing.
Oh, wow.
We just clicked. I reached out to her through someone else, and we just clicked, and she offered that to me, and I couldn't believe it. I would have been happy to just have one of her TED Talks, but she said, no, I want to design something just for your men. What do you want them to know? Which was amazing. And then I have a friend who is best-selling author of business etiquette. She has 7 books, and she did an hour segment to help men with business etiquette. Those are 2 areas that I know enough to be dangerous, but I'm not an expert in those areas. So brought that in, plus a number of other things that incorporated, because I work with mindset and what builds self-confidence and what things block your flow of income. And I'm so proud. I launched the course that I created with Tony Robbins' help. I launched it the day after Labor Day, and I've had quite a few clients already completed. I'm so proud.
You should be.
But I have really great reviews, and I have one client that said that he has doubled his income, and that's just since the day after Labor Day. He said, I've doubled my monthly income. So that makes you feel good, because there are things that people don't think about. You can go to financial people all day long, but there are things within your mind and within the world of energy. I've spent several years studying quantum physics and string theory. So it's all about energy. So you put it all together, and I'm super proud of the program. And it really does help men create that elusive X factor and command the room.
Yeah. When you think about it, that self-confidence, and then even, my friends and family can attest to this, but I just had the hardest time shopping, or even knowing what looked good on me. And when I would go shopping, I had no confidence in it. I would get pretty upset, actually, because I didn't look like the model or the mannequin. And I have to believe it's the same with men. You just assume, or you go out there and you're kind of, if you really want to look good and feel great and know that you're wearing something that compliments you, and serves you.
Absolutely.
It's a whole different world. And I guess, sometimes we don't think that men want that, and I know they do. They
want to look good, but they don't want to tell you they want to look good.
Yeah.
That's exactly the key. They all want to look good, but sometimes there's so much resistance there of pretending that they don't. So I just tell them to humor me. And what's cool, I closed my men's store about 7-8 years ago, and I've been with a company as a personal stylist for a company called J. Hilburn. And what's great about that is that I can actually measure a guy virtually now. I don't have to even meet my clients in person anymore. So I have clients all over the United States, which is really, really fun in the clothing part of this. And then now with my course, it can go worldwide, of course. And but it's really, really fun. Once they get the look and they get the compliments, and I've truly had men say, I don't want compliments. That's not true. It makes everybody feel good for someone to look sharp. And I have guys that I don't take them out of their comfort zone much, but maybe a baby step out of what they're used to doing for the greater good, for their good. And I'll have guys call me back and they'll say, that sport coat you made me buy that had 2 colors in it.
Those 2 colors.
Yeah. And I say, yes. And I go, okay, find me another one like that. But they act like they're mad at me. But when I know that I'm right about something, I do a little fun thing with clients. I go, I will give you triple your money back guarantee if you don't get compliments on this. You have to wear it, You can't stay in your closet because you're not going to get compliments. But if you wear it and you don't get compliments, I'll give you triple your money back guarantee, because I know what I'm doing and I know what looks good on them. And the thing is, oftentimes men don't know what makes them look good, but they do know when they do look good.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how it got there, or what happens.
Well, there's just, for me, I'll take it like with food, there's so many options out there, and we think we can fit into a box with our diet and nutrition, but actually we are an individual person with different dietary needs and lifestyles. So, yes, it makes complete sense. Our lifestyle, what we do as a career, what our body looks, is proportionate. We just have to take that into effect and account, and you can do amazing things then,
Everything should be personal.
Yes.
I think in this day and time, more than ever, we have the time now to make sure everything is personal, and that it is the best fitness program for you, the best food program for you. I get that. That's so very, very important. And I love what you do, as you know. And I think it's so important. The same thing with men, and they don't think about it. I was just thinking just now when I was talking about color, about a client that came in my store many, many years ago. And he said, I want to get a medium gray suit. Well, this guy was blonde and pale. There's not a worse color on the planet that he could wear than a medium gray color. And I said, well, I really think there's some better color choices for you there. That's not your best color. And he got a little gruff with me at first. And he said, I'm just replacing one I already have. Well, I don't leave well enough alone. I know what I'm doing. So I'm a tiny bit forceful, only in their best interest. It's not to serve me, it's for them. And it takes guys just a little while to realize that. I said, well, I certainly didn't sell it to you because it's a horrible color for you, but here's a medium gray suit. And then he started warming up, and I asked him if he'd do me a favor. I said, are you married? And he said, yes. And he was a city councilman. I'll never forget that. So he was a very high profile guy, but it was his first time in my store. So I said, are you married? And he said, yes. And I said, do you live far away? And he said, no. And I said, would you do me a favor and humor me? I said, I'll do whatever you want, but will you humor me? And he said, maybe, And I said, I'd like to give you the medium gray suit and then another color that I think would be more powerful for you, and have you take them home, try them on in your own lighting, let your wife see them, and just see how you feel. And then I'll sell you whichever one you want. He said, well, that's fair enough. He came back the next day and he bought the one that I suggested that he buy. And he said, well, first of all, my wife said, I've always hated that gray suit first, which she had never told him. And then he said, and after I thought about it, I realized that I don't have my most powerful days when I wear that suit. But he didn't know why. But that is why. Our knower knows. Even if we don't know what we know stuff sometimes, and he did. And so then from that day on, and he's still a client now, even with my J. Hilburn business. And it's just really, really cool because he trusts me completely. And I have clients that now say, doesn't matter what I want, you're going to sell me what you think I need anyway. That's not really true. I will do what they want as long as it's in their best interest. And if they're going to buy something that is horrible on them and they're being insistent about it, I go, then you have to promise you'll never tell anyone I sold you that. Then you don't buy it. I shame them. So,
oh my gosh, I love it.
The men are so appreciative. So I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, again, just having somebody to guide you and oh, I love it. I have Melissa. She says, I need that type of help. Yeah.
I've worked with women too. I had a women's store for 5 years. So I have worked with women, but women's styles change so much more. I can still tell a woman about proportions and colors and styles that look good. I was on a call earlier today with a gal from Australia with a group that I'm in, and she's the owner of the company. And I don't mean to be judgmental about it, but because I'm in this business, I'm looking, and she had a neckline that was really very not good on her. It was not good on her. And her colors were horrible. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's a, bazillionaire, and I want to help her. And the women are not, that's not my expertise. I do have women doing my course, oddly enough, and I will help women. I'm happy to help with just a few tidbits and things that I know that can make a huge difference. The devil's in the details, and there are just things that can help women look better. So I don't want to be in the women's business, though my coaching applies to men or to women, and I do coach women as well. I am much more of an expert with men, and I understand men so well. I understand what they're feeling and thinking, and it really shocks them that a woman really gets into their heads. But I've been doing this for over 40 years, so I've learned.
Yeah, and I think we have the stereotypes too of men, and that don't serve anybody, and so the fact that you were saying how men say they don't want to look good, but they actually do, and women would like to have the opportunity to do the same, and I think we can get caught in some judgmental concepts, and it happens with those, I think, with body image and weight as well. If you want, and this is something I really always want to bring up, is that if you want to look good and you want to invest in that, you have every right to do that, and you can put the blinders up as to what anyone else might think. It's like any of us. I was pre-diabetic, yo-yo dieter. And I felt like, okay, I'm going to be judged when I'm in that state. And then I find I'm judged when I'm not in that state. So how about we learn to have that really strong self-confidence and go through what it takes to get that. And Anita, I know it sounds like you're putting the I on the dot on the I's and the cross on the T's and helping to get that to happen. So
I love that. And you and I have coached with a particular woman who I love, who is very no nonsense. You know who I'm talking about. And recently she was asked a question, and it made me cry, because we have to love ourselves and be comfortable in our own skin while we're on the journey to get more healthy and to do better things for ourselves. But someone actually asked her a question that was basically saying you're fat, but said to her, you don't fit that typical image. How do you have so much confidence? Which I just started crying the minute someone asked her that question. I felt such pain, but she handled it so beautifully. And she said, I will never forget this. She said, I've been fat since I was 4 years old. And I was told that I would never make it on Broadway. And I had 10 successful years on Broadway. And she said, and I look at it as an asset, not the lack of health part. I think she's a very healthy person, even though she's overweight, which this is the pot calling the kettle black here. But anyway, she said that makes her know that when she gets on stage and speaks to people, she has to be that much better, because she knows she's going to be judged. And it's very sad, but we're in a very judgmental society, probably more in America than any place else in the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, and then, and that's just something where we can really check ourselves, and say, maybe, what was the term? What someone else cares about us is none of our business,
Yeah.
And I have a private Facebook group called Women Building Body Confidence from the Inside Out. And some of my other episodes I've done here was saying, okay, I have the right to take care of myself right now. I'm worthy of taking care of myself right now. And you're emulating the exact same thing. If we wait and we wait and we wait, then we'll never allow ourselves the opportunity.
We're getting ready to get ready to get ready.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a question here. Are we talking suits and dress up clothes or daily dress clothes?
Everything.
Everything.
I personally do everything from jeans to 5 pockets, chinos to suits to tuxedos and shirts. I do polos. We do everything. The clothes that I do are custom, which immediately people go, oh, that's going to be too expensive. My clients all tell me how much money they save because there are no men out there, and if there are women out here listening, husband's boyfriend, there are no men out there who wear more than 20% of what's in their closet. So everything else is a waste. When you work with a stylist like me, and that's included in the company that I work for, it's not like you pay extra for me. I'm the bonus thing. But when you work with a stylist, we make sure you get the key pieces that you need based on your lifestyle, your body type, and your personality. So we make all of those things fit right for you, no pun intended. And then we build on that when you're ready. So if you needed a suit, a shirt, a sport coat, whatever you need for a base wardrobe, then we build on it. And the cool thing is that you can go into your closet online and see the things that you've bought and go, I could use another couple of shirts. I can see them too. And I can make suggestions and say, here are 2 shirts that work back perfectly with the things you have. Men buy things on impulse and they'll say, oh, if I have to be here in a store, I might as well get it over with and buy something. So they buy things that don't fit them right, or they get them home and go, oh, it doesn't have a pocket. I want a pocket, or vice versa. Or they don't have anything to wear with it, or they don't like it, or it doesn't fit right because they didn't want to take the time to try it on, and they don't take it back. It just sits in their closet. I do what's called a closet audit. Pre-COVID, I did anyway, where I go and assess someone's wardrobe and help them figure out what they need to get rid of and make good sense of, and what they could add on to complement what they already have. And I mean, I've never met a man that wears more than 20% of what's in his closet.
And so what I get is that quality, definitely investing in quality is going to save you a lot of money. So you're not buying a lot of wasted clothing.
Well, that depends, because there's overpriced quality.
Okay.
There's well-priced quality.
Oh.
I'm into well-priced quality, and I'm very well aware of the astronomical markups and things that are in menswear in certain companies and things. And I'm into value. Personally, I was in my store. I was into giving great value, and I do the same now. I'm very sensitive to people's budgets and working around, not pushy. Don't try to do it. I do the clothes part, but I also have my program. So I do both. I do coaching and the clothes separately, and then I have both combined in my program as well. And I did the program so that I could reach more people than I can. But I've worked with over 50,000 men in the last 40 years. Wow. And I know that because I had a client list of 50,300 and something. So I know exactly how many people came through my doors.
I love it. And that was, I think it was 1981 you opened your store?
1981. Officially closed it, I think, 6 years ago, but stopped really doing it actively 8 years ago when I joined J. Hilburn. I had a little bit of a transition period. I just didn't want to have to work 6-7 days a week and be sitting there waiting for people to come. I'd rather be proactive and work with clients when they want me.
And things are changing. It's just the opportunity to work with people globally is here, and COVID has forced many hands, or to help support that. That we the opportunity is there for people to adjust and start thinking, well, gosh, a stylist can actually help me online, which we probably didn't believe before.
Exactly.
All of that,
They don't need pants anymore.
You would?
They don't need pants anymore for Zoom calls.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Here.
I meant to bring that up because you said you said that, you're taking into account, we're in a Zoom world, and Yeah. So
What I've heard lately from guys that were so excited to be able to do everything from home and Zoom initially, and they got almost to the point of being kind of sloppy, and their productivity went down. I mean, I surveyed guys all the time. Everything I did in my course, I surveyed. So I knew the pain points that men have. Not that I didn't know them from working with them, but I did hundreds and hundreds of surveys to see what people were feeling and thinking. But they found that their productivity wasn't as good. So now I'm watching my clients dress up a little bit. I actually have quite a few clients that wear no pants, but they're wearing a shirt and a sport coat or a jacket and no pants. And then they tell me all kinds of funny stories about that, where they or get up and say, yeah, let me get that, and forget that they have their boxers on.
They've got their boxers on or shorts.
They find that they have a better presence. They look good. Now more than ever, the collar shape for your face is more important, because that's what you're seeing. So, and the colors are more important. The color that you're wearing, colors that would look good for you. Like when I was a blonde, I could wear tans. I mean, tans and browns and oranges were great on me. Oh, now I can't do that.
Right.
Now as an old blue hair, I can't do that anymore.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. I am bummed. I told you this would go fast. We've got about 4 more minutes, I think, left. But again, I just thought I'd reiterate. And again, I've gone through my own clothing challenges and everything. And a lot of it was because my body image was so poor that I didn't give myself the opportunity or the self-worth that I should go ahead and actually get quality, and value clothes, because I just didn't see myself worth that. And so, it is, it was just this whole thing. I'm not in that place anymore, but, I was just so judgmental. However, what I've learned now is that everything changed for me when I finally decided I was worthy now. And and men, it's the same thing. You're worthy now to take care of yourself and to do what you need to do for your career and looking sharp, if that's what you want to do. Absolutely.
Even if they don't think they want to do it, I promise you they do. And I promise you the women in their life want them to. And I did put something, or I think you're going to put it in the chat.
Oh, yes.
I put my website in there for my course, and I put a coupon code in there, a discount code for $50 off of my course. My course is normally $297, and it's 11-part course, 4 main courses that you do at your own speed. It's all, I've already done it ahead of time. And then I have my email address. So if anyone has any questions or concerns about anything that we've talked about, if they just want to reach out to me, I love answering questions. I love talking about this kind of stuff because it makes such a difference. I truly physically watch men get 2 inches taller after I work with them. It truly physically happens. It sounds like it's not.
You stand.
And Zoom calls, they stand up better and they look better. So it really helps.
Yeah, and there's just something about that, So I am trying to put it in. It looks like it posted onto my YouTube feed, but it's being a little bit of a stinker on the other one. So what we'll do, everybody, is we'll make sure we get them into all the different feeds. And
it's optimizededge.net or Anita, ANITA, at optimizededge.net. And then if you can't see the coupon code, the OE say 50, then you can call me or email me and I'll help you with that. If anybody wants to do the course or just wants to ask me questions, that's fine too.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's try. I'm putting her email in there. That's so funny. It's like it's randomly picking where it wants to post what too. So I'm streaming to 4 locations right now. And so anyway, so anyway, everyone, we'll go back and we'll make sure we put it in there as well. But definitely reach out to Anita and And I'm just so happy that we have met and had the opportunity to do this broadcast. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I just love you to pieces. We clicked immediately.
We did.
For the course we were taking together. That's great.
Yes. Okay. So, so it's 7:29. Again, thanks for being on. And I'm sad that the 30 minutes is over.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon, Anita. Or hang on. Don't hang up. I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast first. All right. Talk to you. Okay. Talk to you everyone soon. Bye.